Count me among the group of camping resistant or at least hesitant people. I'm not a huge fan of bugs or rocks in my back while I sleep and general exposure to the scarier parts of nature. Then I learned about glamping. Today on CityCast Las Vegas, we consult with a glamp champ, Melinda Sheckells, editor at The Town magazine. She tells us where to find the best glamping around Las Vegas for every level of outdoor enthusiast. It's Tuesday, September 30th. I'm Dayvid Figler, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Hey there, no need to remind you, but we are in the tail end of our fall membership campaign, and this is your opportunity to become a neighbor. You know, we believe that for Las Vegas to thrive, we need to connect across our differences, even at the same table. And we know that you count on us to help make that possible. So come on and sit down at the table every day where we share stories that help you better understand your neighbors, celebrate what we all have in common, and wrestle honestly where we disagree. Like our episode on the A's Stadium. We had 3 guests on, and they all brought 3 very different takes on the project. And when you become a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor, well, you're helping sustain this essential local conversation. I need you to go right now to membership.citycast.fm. It's only $10 a month, or if you want to do a whole year, it's $100. And if you do it right now, you will get a high quality, super cool canvas tote. That's for anyone who joins up today. So head on over right now to membership.citycast.fm. Melinda, I think most people know the word glamp is a portmanteau of glamour and camping, but what are the sure tale signs you're in for glamping over regular old camping?
The lack of dirt.
I love that. Yes.
I think that's the big difference for me is that I'm definitely into the glam side versus the camp side, as are you. But yeah, there's a lack of dirt and a lack of inconvenience in glamping. And it's what it looks like in the pictures. It's you in a fantastic caftan, maybe a turban on your head, an amazing desert backdrop, maybe a sand cruiser, a little alien friend. It's all of the whimsical and wondrous things that you would expect from the wide open desert or the beautiful mountains, but without any of the dirt, the bugs, the rocks, the inconvenience, the can on a stove.
The photos people share always lie to me because when I go out there, I'm like, where's the fun? Why is this so hard? But I'm not used to it. My folks did not camp, as I like to say. Jews don't camp. We make reservations somewhere. Now, as much as there are different motivations for camping, the same holds true, I'm guessing, for glamping. So, you know what I want to do is throw some scenarios at you, and you tell me the best option to glamp my way through it, all right? So,
okay.
I think the obvious one is dark sky viewing. There's so many, once you get outside of the lights of Las Vegas, Nevada is great for it. So, we even have a meteor shower coming up November 16th, 17th. So where do we go to glamp to see a dark sky?
Okay, so this one is actually one of my favorites, and kind of what got me into the whole glamping topic is the Grand Canyon Glamping Resort, and these are stargazer geodesic domes. So if you haven't seen what these look like, I originally saw them in a picture of a resort in outside of Marfa, Texas, and then was hoping we would get something closer to here with these domes, and we did. So this is about 2.5 hours away. It is at the Grand Canyon, and they're basically big plastic clear bubbles, and you sleep in them, and they have beds and bathrooms, and you can kind of outfit them as you want based on portable bathrooms based on price level, right? So you can get a basic dome, and that's just really going to be basically nothing, and then you can fully outfit it. You can go from $75 to about $400 with these domes.
Okay.
And this is per night. This is a great
Yeah.
place. This is located on the Grand Canyon's western rim. You're literally in the middle of the most tranquil like desert scenery, and it just stretches out as far as the eye can see. This is a great place to see the meteor showers coming up in November. They even offer, I mean, if you're going to go during the summer, they offer air conditioning in the tents, which is fantastic. They have heat during the winter.
Oh, you're
And so
talking
these
my
are
language.
really this is a great place where you can just kick back in your bed and watch the beautiful stars unfold, the natural light show in the sky. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need the sphere. This is the real sphere, baby. This is it. This
Yeah.
is
The universe is our sphere.
this is the real sphere.
And what I'm getting is that, look, you can go and rent a hotel or, look out the window or whatever, but this is being in nature, but in a way that's a little more protective of our various spheres. And I'll tell you this, I mean, the Grand Canyon is a great destination. I've done a little glamper up there in our camper when we had that. But the big lodge up there, the big famous Grand Canyon Lodge, recently was lost in the big fire. And so this is a great alternative way to experience the Grand Canyon and, the glamp.
And even better,
it.
and I'll tell you this, what will really seal the deal for you is there's a restaurant and saloon on site, and there are chicken fingers within close proximity, as well as fireside s'mores
Yeah.
kits.
See, that's the other part. That's the other part of glamping is that something of the creature comfort sort is not terribly far away, right?
Very close. There's chili cheese nachos literally right outside your dome. If you so choose, whatever you need, breakfast, there's some nice cozy linens. It can each dome can accommodate up to 6 guests, so you can have a party in there too.
Yeah.
And, like I said, it's nature's light show, and it's there for all of us to enjoy. You can add on helicopter tours and horseback riding.
Oh my
gosh. And this one just is a full service experience and a great
all
little
the amenities.
vacay. Yeah,
if you got
great
the
little
cash.
vacay. For sure.
That's how I first got lured, was the proximity to chicken fingers, to Joshua Tree National Park. I was like, oh, that seems like in the middle of nowhere. It's like, no, there's actually one exit and we could get some chicken fingers within 15 minutes. It's like, I'm sold.
Hey there, it's Sonia Cho Swanson, executive producer at CityCast Las Vegas, and you know from listening to this show that we love helping you understand Las Vegas and be more a part of it. But the only reason this show works is because of you. You tune in because you're genuinely invested in the local conversation. And hey, if I had to guess, let me guess here, you're someone who shops local wherever possible, you might be the go-to friend for local gossip, and I would not be surprised if you carry your library card around everywhere you go. So if this sounds like you, I'd like to invite you to join CityCast Las Vegas Neighbors. Our membership program is designed to help folks like you who care about our city engage more deeply with life here. You'll get invites to members-only events, our curated weekly roundup of the best things to do in our city, and the chance to share what you love about Las Vegas on our podcast. Plus, your membership directly supports the people making this podcast so we can keep bringing you the local stories that matter. The producers of this show, that's me and Layla, we put hours into making sure each episode is carefully researched and thoughtfully edited. Sometimes by the time an episode comes out, we've actually listened to the tape like at least 4 times. And you know what? On the 4th listen, it still makes me laugh. I love it. So become a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor for $10 a month or $100 a year at membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. Thank you so much. And wait, and now through October 3rd, when you sign up, you get this awesome tote. I love a tote. I know you love a tote. And it says, Neighbors make Las Vegas, because it's true. When neighbors show up, our community thrives. Join today to get the tote at membership.citycast.fm.
Let's go into the category romantic getaway. What do you got for me on that one, Melinda?
Okay, this one I absolutely love for a romantic getaway. Again, it's about 2.5 hours outside of Vegas, and this is going to be the Under Canvas in Zion. Now, Under Canvas is kind of almost like the first glamping chain resort. Like they've got more than a dozen now all over the country. They've got like 4 or 5 in Utah. So there's one in Moab. There's also one in Bryce Canyon. There's one in Zion. And then there is a 4th one as well in Utah. These are luxury safari style tent camp. And so this has got, you're going to have hardwood floors, like a base that you're not touching the ground, which is amazing. Yeah. These are full safari style camps like you would get if you're out in safari in Africa, like the really fancy ones. There's a beautiful campfire in the evening. Storytelling. We could have, a storytelling a night with Dayvid Figler and s'mores out there. I love the vibe of that. It's really close to Zion, so you have all the wonderful camping and activities you can do in Zion. And this one, you are going to love this. If you're a Hyatt member of a Hyatt Rewards program, you can use your Hyatt points for Under Canvas. Hyatt is affiliated with this brand, and you can use your points or earn points there. And, it's just like being in a regular old Hyatt, but much more beautiful in nature.
Part of me hates this, the sort of commercialization, the, capitalism run afoul of our natural beauty, but I know me. And I've done one like that. I think maybe even the same company out of Moab. It was like the most luxurious yurt that a person can imagine. It had the solid floors. It had a working shower inside the tent.
That's exactly what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot water. No. Let's put it out there. It has hot water. You'll definitely want to check out too, because some of these places are very seasonal. So, for example, some of the Under Canvases, especially the ones near Zion, they're going to only go from mid-March to early November. And they have their 25 and 26 dates up, obviously, now. Each one, based on seasonality, will have a different kind of time frame when you can visit.
And when you could be outside around the campfire or whatever. Yeah. All right. Hey, Melinda, let's go to the next category, because sometimes it's not just about you and your romantic partner, but party with your friends, party in the USA. So let's say we got a group of people. Half of them are totally into roughing it, but the other half are what we're just going to call us, you and me. Where do you go?
Well, listen, this place, I first saw this place on Instagram and I just almost was like, I almost passed out because I was like, this is literally most people's dream come true.
Okay, this is the party with your friends pick.
Outpost X. Have you heard of this place, Dayvid?
No, it sounds like a great anime series, though.
So it is. It's a sci-fi glamping experience. So this is going to be for all of your Mad Max lovers, those who just want to escape into a dystopian world, maybe a little, you got the Star Wars angle too. So this place is
a controlled dystopian world. Nobody wants to go to dystopia, but if you're going to be there, let's glamp.
This place there's costume rental. That's all I have to say. There are caves. There are different styles of caves. There are Viking tents. There is a Viking horn that you can drink from. Once you check in, you get your own horn. You can do a full buyout at this property as well just really have a true party with your friends. I'm just thinking maybe for my 50th, that's what we do. There is also
but that's like 20 years away. So let's hope
I'm planning
that
ahead.
It's still there. Okay.
I'm planning ahead, and I age in dog years, so you're correct. This place is so wild. You have to look at it. It's called Outpost X. It is about an hour and a half from Vegas, so very conveniently located. Again, I mentioned you can.
Which direction?
This is on the crest of Zion. So right there at so north, south, east, west. I'm not good with directions, but it's towards Zion. And there's even sand cruisers that you can rent to kind of tool around with your friends and have a party and fun. There's a bar set up, a self-cook setup. So you're kind of like, you're not really managed. So that brings a little bit of that dystopian environment. You can kind of go a little wild, but you have all the amenities there as well. And this is really, really fun, especially for Star Wars lovers.
This absolutely sounds like a dust-free Burning Man.
That's basically, you hit the nail on the head. It is a dust-free Burning Man. And they even have characters and inhabitants that you can, kind of assume those characters when you get out there, as well as with the costumes. So you can kind of pick a character and then live that experience. Yes.
That's wild. All right. So now all these are a little pricey, right? I mean, you're not getting glamping for free.
Correct. These are, if you look at a fully inclusive experience out of the geodesic domes, you could be looking at $700-800 a night for that.
Yeah. And how much is our cosplaying dust-free Burning Man without, the drama?
That's actually interesting because you get a pretty good deal with this one. So the villas have 4 guests available, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and it's about $400 a night.
Oh, so
you can also
split that
do a
up.
dome out there as well, or you can just buy out the whole property, which is what I'm proposing that we do for $8,000 a night.
That's for your birthday, though.
Yeah, we can do that. Or a Viking tent is only $129 if you want to go the Viking route.
I can only imagine the interactions that are out there. Hey there, before we get back into it, I just want to tell you that a lot of our listeners are transplants to Las Vegas, recent at that, and they tell us that CityCast has helped them feel at home here, that we have been their guides to the transition, and that makes me feel so good about what we're doing here because, that's what we're all about, making our city feel more like one big neighborhood. And if we've helped you feel more connected to Las Vegas, become a CityCast neighbor today. Together, we can keep building the community we all want to belong to. Go to membership.citycast.fm. It's only $10 a month or $100 for the year, and you will start getting all the perks, including an events guide every week to tell you personally what the cool stuff to do in Las Vegas is. So head on over to membership.citycast.fm right now. All right, here's my last category. And again, you can go kind of out and wander the earth, wander the Mojave Desert outside of Las Vegas and find that soul-searching meditation spot. But you also maybe want to do it with a little bit of creature comfort. So tell me a super remote, super quiet, personal reflection space where you're spending the overnight at least, and you're doing it glamp style.
Yeah, this one's a great one, and it's Vegas Glamping, and it's very simple. And this one is pretty close to the city. It's out in Nelson, but it's remote. It's a great place for you to clear your mind. You can just get from the Strip to Nelson in about an hour, right? About 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And you just go out there. They have a wonderful luxury tents set up, beautiful yurt style tents, and then also too they've got your campfire, your s'mores, all of your things. You actually can't access the site with a regular car. You have to have an ATV vehicle, so they'll pick you up at the parking lot, take you out there, and it's great for like a one-night adventure where you just really need to get away from it all. This is just like the perfect experience for that. You of course can do more if you want to do, other things. They have photography that you can do out there. You can do some kayaking as well. They have animal safaris, sunrises and stargazing and off-road tours. They have a bunch of stuff that you can kind of add on to it, but it's also just a great place to get away, to clear your head.
Where are you sleeping? Is it a bed?
So these are going to be luxury.
Situation?
No, these are luxury glamping tents. So you get, there's a number of different accommodations. You can do a smaller one, which is more like a little desert den. You can do the king size safari suite if you need it. And there's also a cute little camp story there too. So this is
these
just
are
like the perfect mix of all these
upscale
things.
tents, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And
With
shower.
floors. I just got to say there are floors involved.
Shower facility nearby.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, all that.
This
and
is
Nelson's Landing, whatever. It's also kind of a cute and quirky little spot, and there's little things to do there too, which I'm guessing is pretty close by.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why you get all of the, and there's kayaking too, which is great. So there is you can do a little water sports as well. But yeah, you get the beautiful sunrises and sunsets out there.
Yeah, well, out there in the desert, and that's kind of down Laughlin Searchlighty way.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of on the way to, instead of going to Boulder City, you kind of hang the other direction.
Yep. And this is by far the closest one to Vegas while still taking you out of your Vegas mindset.
Which is really important. I mean, sometimes I'll just do that as a day drive just to get out of the city. But if I do want to stay overnight, I want these options. I mean, Melinda, why do you think glamping has become so popular around our part of the world?
Well, I think because of the recognition of dark sky zones, right? There's been a lot of focus on dark sky zone travel throughout this part of the country, throughout Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Idaho, and, more awareness of what that is. And people, especially with eclipse, people love to go out and see eclipses and love to see out, our blood moon and our all the different types of moons that there are. And I think it is too a little bit of the rise in popularity of astrological and celestial pathways and time beads and all that stuff is that people are much more mystical now and they really enjoy those types of things. They want to get a little witchy. And so you go out to the desert but you're out there and you're not just, like I said, with the rattlesnakes and the dust and the dirt. And people just really look for unique experiences. And a lot of it stems also too from social media. Like I said, I saw Outpost
a lot of what you're
X.
describing is very, as we say, Instagrammable.
Yes, it's all very Instagrammable. And now we have all of those things. I mean, Instagram is such a great trip planning tool that, you visually consume all of these things before you physically consume them. So we know that with food and vacation destinations as well. So it plays all into that psychology. It's very interesting because that's very characteristic of this time. And I'm people wanting to get in touch with nature, but without really getting their hands dirty.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? We want to be a little pampered. We feel we deserve it. But let me ask you this as kind of a final question. Do you think that glamping can go too far where you're missing out on the kind of core values of the camping experience?
Yeah, but it's interesting that you say that. And yes, if you have housekeeping in your tent, is that really you being part of the psychology and the ethos of getting in contact with the land? And I would say someone to argue, yes, that kind of defeats the purpose. But the great news is that there's, just like there's not one vacation style for everybody. Some people prefer cities and, some people prefer countryside. There's a million different types of glamping experiences as well. So, don't be a judgy glamper. You can just go out and let everybody have their own free will in their glamp site. That's what I think.
Well, and then there's also this compromise, which I'll offer, which is my partner is, she loves to go camping. That's a hardcore part of her life. And as I think we've established, I don't. So what she'll do is, I don't want to call it bribery, but we make an arrangement where, okay, if you'll do straight up pounded into the ground, tent-oriented camping with me, and we can, cook on a little Coleman stove, and you got the cast iron pan, and you're making that steak and all that. And if we do that, and I persevere with the bugs and wait in the car while, with the air conditioning while it's getting set up, then my reward is for every night that I rough it, on the back end of the trip, we can do a night in a little resort, like in Palm Springs or something, It's
great.
a balance.
See,
so it's like the compromise. Maybe we're not glamping, we're doing regular camping, and then we're doing real luxury, and then in the wash, it becomes a glamping experience.
Well, listen, life is all about the trade-offs. So there you go.
Hear,
That's
hear.
The perfect travel duo you are. You're a great travel duo.
I love it. And I love all the glamping recommends. These are great, and they're so close by. I hope people do get to take advantage of them. Melinda Sheckells, thank you so much, as always, for joining us here on CityCast Las Vegas.
Thank you, David.
And that's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, hey, go tell a friend. You can also rate our show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. And hey, if you're ready to become a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor, you can do that at membership.citycast.fm. And I just want to say how amazing it's been to see all the new members roll in. We've got producer Layla Muhammad here with some thank yous for our new members. Hey, Layla.
Hey, David. I'm here to shout out some of our newest CityCast Las Vegas neighbors. Federico C., Rob F., Sarah S., Ariel B., Ileana L., Howard W., Justin R., Amy H., Victoria M., and Melanie V. Thank you all so much for joining our neighborhood. Your support keeps this show going.
Thanks, Layla. So support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Till then, stay lucky.